All right, let's talk about the good brother Damian Lillard. All right, a few days ago, Damian Lillard dropped 71 points. Probably didn't hear about it. Some people cared, most people didn't. He also won the three-point contest. So, the NBA has kind of shunned Damian Lillard for not playing the game, right? Uh, Sometimes people blackball. That would be a word. I think that's a strong word for like this situation because the only person that's losing is the fans. Um, Damian Lillard did an interview a few years ago, like maybe 3, 4 years ago with Joe Budden. And listening to that interview, it kind of explained what he feels. He really just wants to play basketball, whether it's here, China, Mexico, New York, Jersey, Portland, Minnesota. He's comfortable with just playing basketball. He does not want to be involved in the politics of playing the game. So, NBA player, if you have talent, they want you nowadays to play the game. Play the games is one out of three things. You can either team up with one of the many players to do it now, whether it's LeBron or Curry or KD, even back in the day with Garnett and Pierce and those guys, and Lakers tried to do it with the Karl Malone team and Gary Payton and those guys. Miami did it even before the Heatles when they had Shaq and White Chocolate and those guys, and Dwayne Wade was the star of that team, and Shaq was on the back end of his career. Anton Walker was on that team. Anyway, so Damian Lillard said in that interview, I've gotten some calls about, teaming up, and I've turned them down. So the NBA really wants him to do three things. He can choose any one of these things. He can, hey, team up, go to a team that's already established, whether it's he could have went to the Nets with KD and those guys. He could have went to Philly. He could have went to the Knicks. He could have went Golden State. He can went to any other team to team up. He said no. He can recruit other superstars, and create a big two or big three there in Portland. He said no. CJ McCollum is not a superstar. Or he can do what I think a lot of people want him to do, is don't die and kill your career in Portland. Go to a bigger market team and thrive. He won't do that. He said no. So when he goes on these like runs of 40 points a game, 50 points here, 60 points here, 70 points here, and he's one of the top 3, 4 shooters in the league right now, they're not about to reward that man with any type of coverage because they want him to know that we were serious. You got to play this game. He also talked about the financial implications of this. When you hop around, you may lose 20, $30 million, $40 million. And he said, I may need that $40 million 20, 30 years from now. A lot of people didn't understand that part because there's way more ways now to make money through advertising and marketing. So if you leave $10 million on the table here, you can go get $10 million on the table with an endorsement, right? But and then you get better endorsements in a bigger market team. So that part was kind of a mute point when he said it. I was like, you can you go to New York or Brooklyn or even a Golden State, you can go get that money. But he's not a good team up. He's pretty much said, I'm done with this. And the problem is he's in the prime of his career. It's probably too late now. He's had a few injuries the last few years, and it's over. But he's going to stand for what he stands for. He said he doesn't want to be involved in recruiting people. He doesn't want to be involved in picking a coach. He don't want to be involved in none of that. He just want to play basketball. And you got to respect that. But even as a fan, you would love to see him go deep in the playoffs with a loaded team. You would love to see him go deep in the playoffs with in a bigger market situation. But he don't want to do it. So we'll watch him lose every night in Portland. Peace.